Occupy Sandy volunteers are working all over Brooklyn and Queens, New York to help those still in need after Hurricane Sandy ripped through the city, badly damaging flood-prone areas and leaving many without a home. The group has set up sort of a central command in Brooklyn's Clinton Hill neighborhood in a Catholic sanctuary graciously offered by its clergy. So we're coming into week 3 now of this church being filled with Occupy Sandy supplies. How did this collaboration even come to be?
Well, the rector, the #1 priest here, was part of the Occupy Wall Street movement. He was arrested with them and protesting downtown, and so those relationships were made. He has great street cred as a result of being arrested. So when the hurricane happened and the Occupy Wall Street folks reached out to different churches, we were a natural place to put stuff.
While the energy of the Occupy Wall Street movement is evident, this time around there's no talk of politics. As Lyle Stone Diaz put it, it's all about helping your fellow neighbor. Now, you mentioned that you took part in the Occupy Wall Street movement in Connecticut. Sort of, how does this differ from that? It's different.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we have really no political agenda that we're pushing here. This is really an offshoot. Occupy the movement is kind of what brought everybody together, but this is really just about helping people any way that we possibly can.
So, what is like the day-to-day like as a volunteer here?
It can get a little hectic. We have, a bridal registry on Amazon.com that we set up so that, people can come to us with needs. We can get them on the registry, and then people who want to help out, in other parts of the country have been great, purchasing things off the registry, cleaning supplies, blankets, all sorts of stuff. So we get lots of big deliveries coming in, and then we try to fill as many trucks and get them out to the affected areas as we can every day.
Father Chris told us the group's success is due to the fact that they don't operate like a traditional relief effort. Now, I'm incredibly surprised with how organized this operation is. You said even FEMA and Red Cross have been out here to sort of check up on it. How has this been so successful? It's been successful because many relief efforts come from the top down. In other words, supplies are given to people because this is what we think you need. There's an entire stack of clothing over there because as people think that's what people want. What's different about Occupy Sandy is it goes into the field with canvassers and asking people what they need, not telling them what they need. So from that effort then they communicate it to our comm center. From that comm center they then send out a picking sheet. Our volunteer drivers then come and get the supplies that are needed, put it in their cars and take it directly to them. Although power has been restored to most of the region and cleanup efforts are underway, site coordinator Amy Wang said there's still a great need for volunteers and supplies. We all know a lot of the main problems right after the hurricane, which was electricity and power and heat and these issues. What are the main issues now that we're about 2 weeks out of the storm?
Well, it's still the same issues in certain areas. Like yesterday, I went to Coney Island. They still don't have heat or hot water, and the electricity is very spotty. You will see maybe like 3 blocks of just like blacked out houses, and then maybe 1 store with electricity, and maybe that store just has a generator, So it's still needs a lot of work. And we still need a lot of help. Now, Amy mentioned you having a dwindling in the amount of volunteers that want to come out. It's not over. It's not done. We still need people. It is so completely not over. I think that's the natural progression of volunteering during a disaster. The immediate need is so intense and people get it. Then people gradually return to their normal lives, and these things sort of take a lower thing on the priority list. I think what's really important is to remember this is an intense need still. This is a really big disaster. It is a concentrated disaster area on Staten Island and in the Rockaways, and also on Long Island, all the way out there, and of course New Jersey. So even coming and volunteering for an hour or 2 is a big deal, and it is so greatly appreciated.